Hello, welcome to Ephemera Files by Tommy, and I am still working on my Bless This House journal, and this is going to be kind of a work with me. I'm going to kind of show you something that I'm doing. I may get a little chatty. It's a mess on my desk, which is normal. I don't see how people who have clean desks get anything made. Now, studio desks or art areas. My desk upstairs, I need it to be clean in order to work on my computer. This is a different animal. And so I have an idea. I found this little crocheted basket on one of my treasure hunt trips, thrifting, and I want to use it in this journal, but it's way too wide for the page. I think I have figured out what I can do though. What I'm going to try to do is, I know that my page, I'll get the ruler back out so that I can make sure. I said I know, but not really, is 4 3/4 inches. And so I know that I can go here. Let's see, and so 1, 2, 3, 4, and that's really skinny, but I can go to 1/4 and 1/4, and I know that that's how big my piece can be. And I think that if I hold my mouth right, I can overlap that little bit and overlap that little bit and pull this back in where it was, right there. I probably need to have something to pin it on to show you this, but I'm not going to, because I'm going to glue it and that's how it's going to hold. And I think that I can get it to be on the page like that, and that I can have, let's see, I'm thinking that I can have a bigger pocket in the back if I just glue this down up here and not the handles. And I just glue that right there and there, or maybe I'll take a couple of brads and hold that down. That might be even better. And then I'll have a small pocket in the front as well as a larger pocket on the back. Now, I haven't done it, so I am fingers crossed that it will work. Let's see, so I need to go pick out a couple of brads, because I think if I do that part first, it'll be easier to do the other part, because then it will be held to the right dimensions. And this is my brad storage piece, and I love it, and it's linked in my Amazon favorites. I am not an affiliate. I don't get paid. I don't get freebies or anything like that. I just like to share when I find something that I like that really works for me. I like to share it with you guys, because you may have been looking for something to solve a particular problem of your own. Let's see. I'm thinking that maybe I want these pearl-ish looking ones. And I like this. It holds 4 on each side. You push this button here to open, and then you let go and everything else stays closed. It's kind of like a medicine thing. What's it called? Organizer, a pill organizer. And so I've got this dish, and I'm just going to pour those out because I don't know which ones I want to use, but I need this to be out of the way so that I can see my little piece that I'm working with. I would say I need a bigger desk, but what I need is to, I don't know, is to be more organized. This desk it's large, and I give myself this little space to work. Silliness. Okay, let's see. I kind of like that. I need to make sure that I've got 2 of the same though. I do want them to match, but I like that color against that yellow. So we're just going to cross our fingers that maybe, is that the same? Yay. Yay, that worked. Okay. I'm actually going to get some washi tape and see if I can get that to stay where I need it to be. So I need right there and 1, 2, 3, 4 in there. So that. So I'm going to put washi tape there. This one doesn't have a lot of sticky on it. It's been on my my lamp over here. And I lost count. 1, 2, 3, 4, and there we go. And I don't need it to hold it really tight. I just need it to kind of hold it in place for a little bit. And I want the basket handle to stay that way. So if I do that and that, I think that's going to work. So I'm going to get my brad and stick that through and open it up. And this brad stick that through in approximately the same place. See, nope, that isn't approximately the same place. We'll go here. And open it up on the back. I'll show you the back here in a second, because I haven't even seen it. So that should work. That should work. I hope it works. And then on the back, I've got the 2 brads opened up and laying flat. And so when I glue it down, I'm going to put glue here, down here, and here. And then I will just glue this top part here down. And that should... It leaves me a little skinny pocket in the front that actually doesn't have to be a pocket, but I'll probably put something in there to be a pocket. I think that's going to work. I think that's going to work. So let's go ahead and try it. I think I want it on this page. Now, do I want it just flat on that page? Do I want something on the background of the page? Ooh, I think that I want a little bit of tissue or something just to give it a little... I don't know, it looks kind of plain right now. I feel like it needs a little something, something. I have this napkin. And if I just take a section and put it on the back, I do realize a lot of it will be covered, but not all of it. So let's do that. I'm going to take my sweater off. I'm getting a little warm in here. All right, so the first thing I'm going to do is separate it. And I do know I've used this napkin a lot, this particular kind of napkin from this pack. And I do know it only has 2 layers. And I've used it a few times in this journal already. And let's see. I want to go all the way to the top. That one didn't print quite right. It almost has a little bit of an effect that hurts my eyes. All right, and so I know that I want to go right about there. So I'm going to get my water brush. You can use a small paintbrush with a little bit of water. But this is my favorite way to cut. Cut isn't really what I would call it. To separate napkins, or not separate. Oh my goodness. What word do I want? To trim out a napkin piece. If I'm using something like this, or if I have just placed a napkin and I've got some fuzzy edges or whatever, water. Water and a napkin don't mix well when you need it to be absorbent. Works really well when you need it to be a piece of art. And I'm going to keep this top line just straight because I will use it to line it up at the top of the page. Get my waxed paper out here. Actually, there's a lot of ink on that might transfer to that, so I'm not going to use that piece. I keep my paper that my packages come in, and I will use it. And a lot of times I get some really good, what my friend Sandy calls dibs paper. Because she calls dibs on the grungy and the funky and the messy and the absolutely gorgeously beautiful grunge. And so I kind of like the name dibs paper. Now if you just use it for a glue sheet, it's not so dibsy. But it usually ends up with paint or marker or inks or glue, other glues, colored glues, glitter, all kinds of things on it. All right. Now I am just going to kind of line this up in the middle. I'm going to start up at the top, line that up with the edge of the page, just like that. I'm going to lift this up and kind of taut, pull it down, but not super taut because I don't want to rip it. And then I'm just going to smooth it out. This is what I call dry decoupage. My friend Martha taught me to do this several years ago. Hello, Martha, if you're watching. And I'm just wrapping that around the bottom. And I think that's going to give me just enough on the back. Yeah, see how much that added? Just that one little piece of napkin being added to that. Look how good that looks. Okay, that makes me really happy. All right, so I know that I'm going to use this glue. I'm thinking, no, I'm not going to add anything at the bottom because this journal is already super bulky, super chunky, and I really need to get it finished. I've only been working on it for, what, 2 years now? Maybe not quite 2 years, but I think it's pretty close. I'm actually thinking maybe, I've got a little scrap of music paper here. If that, no, I don't like that. Got another piece of music paper over here. I'm thinking that maybe if I tear just a little bit off, it will make the basket look like it's less floating. So I wonder, this is a big piece of music paper. I'm wondering if well, let's see. I'll kind of just tear this. If I put that right there, then I've got a place to put the basket. I kind of like that on there. I don't know why, I just felt like it needed something. I'm just going to hit the torn edges real quick. It's already old music paper, but sometimes when you tear it, it doesn't look quite the same. Like it's just got an off quality. Because the rest of the paper looks older, and then your torn edge looks strangely new. I'm going to bring that out to the edge. That also covers up where the mirror image happens. And it doesn't look so much like a seam there because that part of the napkin wasn't as long as the page, so it folded over on itself. This part right here. And where I put that music paper was right over that, so it just looks like it belongs. All right, so now I'll put the glue on. I'm going to very carefully lay this down. Haha, I like that. I like that. All right, and then I just need to glue the top part down. I'm going to glue, I think, just from that bump to that bump. So those 3 bumps, that's going to be it. Just those 3 bumps. These 3 right here. I realize bumps is a really technical term, but I don't know. Are they shells? Is that what they're called? I'm not adept at crochet terms. Oh my gosh. I love that. I love that. I love that. Oh, that turned out so cute. So cute. And I do think that I can put something in here in the middle, like maybe some flower die cuts or something, but I can still also put a couple of journaling cards in there in the back. I like that. That makes me happy. And it's getting close to being finished. Close to being finished. Do I want that there? Do I want that there? That's just check marks, and so I don't know that I want to save that for posterity. But I could do that, and I could add that on there, and I could make that a little tuck. I don't have to put anything in it, but I think that's fun having the ledger and then this little bank deposit book from 1923 is what that first date is in it. Right, and so this one's going to get glued all the way down, and I think that I'm going to wrap it over the top, so I'm not even going to worry about trimming it. Just going to put glue. And I'm thinking that I'm going to put a little tab down here because my page isn't cut really, really straight right there. I don't know what happened. It looks like it got maybe caught in the trimmer strange or something. And since I am not covering up the edge of the page because I like the rolled edge on the ledger sheet, I like that where it's kind of bent. And I am going to cover up that one little bitty section with a tab. And I think I'm going to do it with this. Because I can do this. And then put my deposit statement on it like that. and still have a little tuck spot. And I like that. I like that. I am going to just hit that real quick because where I tore it out again. All right, so this means I need some glue on the back side of the page. I'm trying to see if I'm recording because I can't find it. Yes, I can see that. Okay. Put a little glue back here. Hopefully that's on screen. A tendency sometimes when it comes over here on this side to get off screen because I can't tell where I am. I don't know. Do I want that under? Do I want that over? Because I think I kind of like the rose on top. I think that's how I'll do it. Now I'm going to make this a wide swath of glue, I guess I would say, because it is older, and I want to make sure that it doesn't tear easily by something being put in and out. Now let's see where this lies. Right about there. So I'm going to put just a little bit in here, like that. And then I'm going to do this to knock it down so that I don't end up with ridges where the glue is showing through the fabric. Because this fabric is really, really, really thin. It was an old dress. I like that. And then that would be something that could be tucked in there. I'm not going to tuck this in there. What can I tuck in there? Here we go. This is from Reliable Life Insurance, and it's a needle book. And those are original needles that were in it. I think I'm just going to stick those right in there, because I think that's the perfect size and the perfect weight. This is an envelope. I've already got something in it, so it's good to go. I don't have to do something on every page, but some pages it's just calling out, I need something on me. And it doesn't have to be a pocket. I could just put something on there and decorate it. That's, I think, one of my struggles. That's one of my struggles. I don't have to make everything a pocket, and every pocket doesn't have to have something in it. I'm going to get my stencil out that I've been using throughout the book. Just add a little bit to this piece of paper that I'm getting ready to pop on that page. It's subtle, which is how come I'm doing that stencil, and I like it. And so I'm going to put this on there, and then I'm going to find something, just a little something to layer on top. I don't know what it's going to be just yet. I will find something. I'm just going to sit this up here at the top. Get it straight. All right. I have this little piece here that I could add, and I have, this is a lady's home journal, and I'm thinking I can just stick that right there and that under there. Whoops. Yep, I think that's what I'm going to do. It's kind of simple, but everything doesn't have to be over the top, right? Matter of fact, it's probably better if everything's not over the top. I think I'm going to add that. Which side did I decide I was putting down? That one? Yeah, I think it was that one. Let's see. Yeah. I was about to put it on upside down though. Yeah, I like that. All right, let's see. Let's do one more page. And I think yeah, see, that's just too tall. I'm just going to put that in there as a tuck. But I have this and I just really want to make it a flip over the top of the page. Just need to find where I want it to be the flip. And here I'm getting back into, I have glue all over me, getting into more of the, let's see, more of the journal pages. That's the index, that's the end of this book. And I think that I want this to be in this center book. Oh, maybe not. It probably needs to be more in the sewing part. Unless, put it here. I'm going to see how this closes. See, it's already ridiculous, so I'm not going to put that there. Yeah, I think that I'm actually going to just, I think I'm just going to stop right here. Am I going to stop right here? I'm going to put that on there. Just like that. I'm going to get a paper clip. Okay, I am going to call that for this video. So I made this basket here. I just happen to have something here. I can show you how the basket works. Just like that. I'm going to put something in from the other side, and then I'm probably going to tuck something skinny in that middle part there. It's not actually a separate pocket, but it is a separate opening. And then, let's see. And then this, which was a piece of old ledger and a deposit book page from 1923, and the sewing kit there with the tab. And then did this little collage on this page here. And it is almost done. Almost done. I think I've got to do a little bit more reworking on that spine because I'm not so sure that I like the way it turned out. We shall see what happens. All right, so which of these 3 pages that we did was your favorite? What would you do differently? Do you think that you'll try something? Ooh, I think I'm gonna, and I may add that button there, or a button there, because I kind of feel like it needs something. We'll find out later if I add anything, and if I do, what it was. Maybe just, nope, that covers up too much. Stop. Alrighty, so there's a little bit more work in this big humongous project that is done. Thank you for joining me today, and as always, be kind. Bye.